This is KGW News at 11.
Welcome to KGW News at 11. I'm Christelle Kumwe. Let's start tonight with a strange streak of lights across the sky. Here's a look. The lights were visible a few hours ago. Social media was buzzing with excitement and curiosity. So what was it? A cluster of small satellites released by SpaceX. We have team coverage into the unusual sky activity, including when you might be able to possibly see this again. Let's begin with Kali Boshi.
Well, the strange-looking lights were visible across parts of Oregon around 9:45 tonight, but only for about 4 minutes. It was moving fast. If you missed it, though, don't worry. You'll probably get another chance to see this satellite train.
I got it.
Social media was abuzz with excitement and wild speculation after a strange and stunning train of lights moved across the night sky.
It's like a train.
It keeps going.
Wow, that is the coolest thing ever.
Dozens of people in the Portland area reported seeing something streak overhead both on Friday and Saturday night.
And is it a plane it's reflecting off of something?
It looked like something from a sci-fi movie.
What is it?
Sorry, it's not a UFO. Instead, these are low-orbiting satellites speeding along in a near-perfect line.
We were at the right place at the right time. We were able to see that's what's called train.
Jim Todd, director of space science education at OMSI, explains these so-called satellite trains are a cluster of small satellites just released by Elon Musk's SpaceX cargo rockets. The Starlink satellites will eventually grow dimmer as they move into higher orbits and provide high-speed internet to remote areas on the planet.
For many people, this is the first time they experience it and they see it. And because it's fairly new.
The Starlink satellites are hundreds of miles above us, much closer than traditional satellites, which are very large and orbit far out in space. The bright light is caused by reflections from the sun.
The satellite 10 or 11 are in the sunlight, but you, the viewer, is in the dark.
This isn't the first time we've seen a Starlink satellite train streaking overhead.
Just after 9, slow-moving lights were spotted over western Washington.
In May of 2021, people in Washington and Oregon witnessed a similar sky show. SpaceX plans to launch thousands of Starlink satellites, which means these unusual streaks of light may not be so unusual.
This won't be the only time you're going to see this train. There's more to come.
Now, despite the excitement, some scientists have expressed concern over the sheer number of bright satellites in the night sky. They worry it could interrupt astronomical observations.
Wow, incredible. Thanks, Kyle. Now let's bring in meteorologist Joe Ranieri. Joe, we saw this earlier. It's pretty incredible.
Well, both of us saw it on the roof of the KGW studio here. Really incredible to see. And if you missed tonight's shot, well, you have another couple of chances here the next couple of evenings. But now, if you look throughout the northwest sky, you'll be able to check it out. Now, the viewing for tonight's viewing happened just before 10 o'clock, like Kyle was saying. Tomorrow night, it'll be at 9:42, and there's another chance Monday night at 9:37 if you look throughout the northwest sky. So if you're wondering, am I getting a chance to see this incredible sight tomorrow night? There's a good chance you will, depending on where you're at. But as we put this into motion, there will be a few high clouds that go through tomorrow morning, but we're going to be looking at mainly clear skies. But right around 9:30 tomorrow night, we will be seeing some increasing clouds. Now, like I said, you have another chance to see this heading into Monday night. So as we go throughout the later part of the morning and the afternoon, we'll slowly see some clouds clear out. And by a little before 10 o'clock on Monday night, Christelle, there's a good chance of seeing. But I'll talk more about what we're going to be seeing over the next couple of days. And yes, I'm tracking another round of heat. I think we've all lost count on just how many hot days we've seen with temperatures 90 or above. But heading into the extended forecast, it's looking to see at least 6 to 7 days with temperatures at least 90 or above. I'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Joe. A hiker died Friday night after falling 100 feet in the gorge. Now, this was near Multnomah Falls, but a bit further into the forest near Wise and Danger Falls. Sheriff's deputies say she suffered a head injury. Witnesses tried to save her by performing CPR, but she didn't survive. The victim has not been publicly identified. A newly released report shows how many homeless people in Oregon have died so far this year. Releasing this data is now required under a bill passed by legislators last year. According to the Oregon Health Authority, the number of homeless deaths in the state this year is 207. 74% are considered deaths of natural causes. We talked to Scott Kerman with Blanchet House, a Portland nonprofit that serves people living on the streets.
We should urge caution as to drawing too much of a conclusion from the natural death count. Taken at face value, it may seem like, oh, well, most people who are homeless are dying a natural death, and perhaps we imagine that as we might imagine our loved ones passing away naturally. I suspect it's not necessarily the case.
Kerman says he hopes to get more details from the new report in order to help find solutions to the city's homeless crisis. Now on to the mayor's response to the homeless crisis. Ted Wheeler has enacted an emergency camping ban. This means homeless camping will be banned near schools. Now, this is citywide and includes routes to more than 100 public and private schools within a half-mile radius from campus. The order will also expand on camp banning near dangerous roads. As students head back to school, districts across our area are still trying to think up ways to recruit and retain staff. And state lawmakers are trying to help. A work group was formed late last year in hopes of solving school staffing issues. We covered this and checked back with them. Senator Michael Denbrough, who chairs the Senate's Education Committee, says there's been some progress. This coming school year, districts will have more money.
We're able to allocate $78 million to go out to the different districts for short-term strategies. That is, strategies that would be of use this coming school year to retain teachers, to recruit teachers. In some cases that is taking the form of bonuses.
A separate grant also gives districts funds to pay for things like substitutes so teachers could have more time to plan and collaborate. Districts that applied received dollars based on enrollment. Other goals include streamlining the process to get a teaching license.